Yes, guys. So we are gonna start our session. So yeah, welcome to Connect Seat Training Videos. For all of those who don't know, this is Rakesh Mahesh. I'm a co-founder of Connect Seat. So right today, I'm gonna take you and quick walkthrough, complete walkthrough demo of Connect Seat. So basically, you can able to learn everything related to Connect Seat. So let's get started. I'll just go ahead and share the screen. So please message where you guys from so that I'll be able to see that you guys are listening to me, and probably you guys can message, just message or in type in chat session. So meanwhile, so you guys can just message where you guys from, and it will be able to, I can see that, so that I can see where you all guys from, and I can just. Okay, so Steven is saying I'm from Florida. Kai is saying I'm from Malaysia. Hi guys, hi Steve, and hi Kai. So yes, so I think you all can able to listen to me, and I also can feel that. So you can able to see my screen as well. So whatever the questions you guys have during this particular webinar, you just can make a note of it, or you can just type and in the chat session or Q&A session. I'll be answering all your question at the end of this session. So let's get started. So this is the login screen of ConnectSit, and you can click on sign up, and just you can sign up to ConnectSit by entering your email ID, and then clicking on you can verify you are not a robot, and click on continue, and verification link will be sent to your email. So you have to confirm that email link. So if you are not confirming that particular link, you cannot able to log in, or you cannot able to forgot password. You cannot do that, because this is where the place where we are actually verifying the exact email ID. So basically, when you create a sign up account, so you will get an a confirmation link. If you are not getting a confirmation link by any chance, so please make sure you check any other folder like spam. Definitely there will be a link will be sent to your email ID. If not, please reach out to our support for the confirmation link. So only when you confirm your link or confirm your account from your email, then you can able to log into ConnectSeat, and also you can able to perform if at all like if you want to change your password or forgot your password. So this is the first thing. So once you did that, so you can just able to log into ConnectSeat. I hope everyone can do that. It is pretty straightforward. So click on login. So once you log into ConnectSeat, you will be able to see the insightful dashboard of ConnectSeat, which gives a complete insights of your account. Basically, it will be giving you a total number of connects, where you can actually see how many active connects you built and what are the inactive connects inside your account. Connects are basically a workflow or an use case which you built. So you can able to see the details of connects, and also you can able to see the latest apps which our team has been added into ConnectSeat. So basically you can able to see it in latest apps page, and also the latest connects which you built on ConnectSeat. So you could able to see over here in the latest connects page, and this is a place where you can see that the number of tasks you consumed on that particular month, and also the total number of tasks which is available on that particular month. And also you can use this button to upgrade to your account. So you can just use over here, and basically you can use this chat icon to connect with our support. So ConnectSeat comes under, like we do have a live chat support, so you can just start your new conversation over here by, and our team will be ready to answer for your questions. So if you have any questions or any type of support you are looking for, just go ahead and start a new conversation over here. And also you can check our help center, where you could be able to see multiple documents. There are more than 100 plus documents or articles has been written over here. So where you can just go here and see the type of request what you wanted to do. For example, if you want to connect MailerLite and Razorpay, so you can do that. If you want to SMTP, so you can just go ahead and click on that. So our team has written a complete insightful blog, and also you have in tutorials. So make sure you can go to subscribe to our YouTube channel for any new tutorials. So we do have 100 plus tutorial inside Connexit YouTube channel. So you can just go ahead and basically you can just use this, and you can connect to multiple you can watch the multiple tutorials on our YouTube channel. And every day we'll be adding on once in like once in a week or twice a week, so we'll be adding a new tutorial inside our YouTube channel, and we'll stream the same thing over here. So for all the help document, so you can just refer the chat and the help document. And now comes to the apps page. So this is a next tab inside Connexit. So this is where you could able to see all the apps which is being integrated inside Connexit. Currently we have more than 525 plus apps, like 525 plus apps inside Connexit. So you can just go ahead and see the, like you can also request all your app inside our roadmap here. So when you log into Connexit, so you will be getting a roadmap. So you can just go there and you can add your app, or you can just upload your app. So this will help our team to prioritize your apps based on the number of votes. So our team will be able to just check these apps, and you can able to integrate based on your request. So you can do that. You can also give a feedback on features and any of the feedback. So you just can just report us, and you can check our change log. So each day, like, we'll be updating our change log. You could able to see like what are the change logs Connexit actually been performed. So everything will be available inside over here. So what are the apps we are adding, what are the actions, what are the triggers? So everything you could be able to see in our change log, and you can give a feedback so for adding any new app inside Connexit. So now let's go to Connexit apps page. So basically here you will be able to see all the apps so which are integrated inside Connexit. Currently we have more than 525 plus apps. So apps we actually divided into authorized apps. So these are the apps where you have to authorize your application. So before actually you create any use cases or workflow, these are the apps. Basically the difference between these apps and the webhook apps, or webhook apps where you have to do perform a manual placement of webhook URL, and you have to do a test run by actually capturing a response by placing a webhook URL and sending a test response to that particular webhook URL. That is webhook apps. Whereas authorized app, you don't need to do that manually. Everything will be done automatically. But before, you have to authorize these apps. So all these apps will be listed over here. I'll be showing you how to authorize these apps inside Connexit. So before creating a workflow. So now I will show you there are two types of authorization. Type 1 will be the OAuth based authorization, where the apps like Google Sheet or Facebook lead ads, which actually supports this OAuth based authorization, where you have to provide and your access to Connexit to access your account. So you have to click on app and click on add account. So basically you can manage multiple accounts. There is no limit on the accounts you are managing. For example, if you are having any different number of clients apps, so you could able to manage in single Connexit account. So there are multiple for all the apps, not only for Facebook or anything. So it will be for all the apps. You can manage multiple accounts, and you can choose that particular account when you actually build a workflow. So now if I want to authorize this app, so I just need to give access to Connexit and click on continue as Rakesh Mahesh, and you should give access to Connexit to access your Facebook pages. So basically for your lead ad account, so you can do that. So this is the OAuth based authorization, where it will redirect to Facebook page. So when you click on ad account inside Connexit. So this is one type of authorization. And the second type of authorization is an API key based or auth token based authorization, where you just need to enter the API key. So basically here, every app you can manage multiple accounts. You can choose that like this, and just need to click on add account. So when you click on that, it will ask for API key, where it will be staying inside Connexit account only, Connexit tab itself. So it is not redirecting to any other tab. So this is API key or auth token based authorization, where you just need to enter the API key, which you will be able to see in the destination app. For example, if it is Calendly, so you can go to settings page on this based on the instructions. So you can actually get an like authorize API key, and you can place here and click on S and continue. So this will going to authorize the app inside Connexit. So these are the two types of authorization. And for webhook apps, you don't need to authorize, but you have to place the the key webhook URL manually based on the instructions provided here. So you can see that. So there is instructions provided over here. So this is, sorry, this is authorized apps. So for the webhook apps, so based on the instructions, so when you click on here, so it will give you the instructions like this. So basically you have to use those instructions, and you have to go to that settings page and follow the instructions and place the webhook manually. I will show you how to do that. So I'll show you an use case of one or two webhook apps, so how to do that. So basically you have to do for webhook apps manually placement of an webhook URL. So this is how you have to authorize the apps. So before creating any workflow, if you have any doubts on authorization of these apps or anything, so you just can let me know. So meanwhile, I'll just go to the next step, that is creating an connect, that is creating an use case. So this is how the Connexit USP, or Connexit stand apart from any other app is considered, where we actually tend to do a very simplistic approach. So we are planning to do, and so that it will be very easy for our users to build a complex workflows. So this is our visual flow builder, guys. So every magic happens over here. So where just need to drag and drop the app and connect between the nodes. I'll show you one use case of authorized apps, how to build a simple use case, simple workflow. Let me take an example of Facebook lead ads to Google Sheet. So I'm gonna do this particular use case where whenever there is a new lead inside Facebook, I'm gonna take that particular Facebook lead, and I will be placing that lead inside my Google Sheet. So I'm gonna create a new row inside my Google Sheet whenever there is a new lead inside Facebook lead ad. Let me show you how to do this use case, and it hardly take for us only 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes to complete to do this workflow, but I'm going to tell you in detail, so it will take some more time. So let me show you how to do that. Make sure you guys authorize these apps, otherwise you will not be able to see the apps over here. So whatever the apps you will be using in the workflow, make sure you authorize in the apps page, so before creating a workflow. Now I already authorized Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet. So I just need to drag and drop Facebook lead ads now as per my use case. And as I told you before, so I could manage multiple accounts. So here is the place where I could choose that account over here. So I'm just choosing my account and just click on from the multiple accounts. So you can choose the account here and select the trigger. So Connexit actually giving a trigger of new lead. So I'm going to select that as my trigger and choose a page. So I'm going to take my page and choose the lead form. So these are all basically my lead ad form. So I'm going to take one of the form over here and click on test and review. So this will actually, so make sure you hit on test and review. So this will actually fetch a sample record from Facebook lead ad. You can see that. So this is how you can confirm that the app you integrated added is working perfectly fine. So you could able to see the additional attributes over here in this plus icon. Just click on that and you will be able to see all the additional attributes which you can actually choose to use for your further automation based on like there will be multiple other records inside your form, so you can only choose whichever you want to use it for your automation. Right now I'm just going to choose email, full name and phone number. So let me click on OK. So all the additional attributes which you choose will be displayed over here. You can see that. So now I will be using, that's it guys. So Facebook lead ad is done. So we already connected. Now we have to connect it for Google Sheet. What I need to do again, I need to do the same thing. So just go to the tab panel and search for your app. So I just search for Google Sheet and just drag and drop Google Sheet inside to my canvas. So I just did. Again, what I'm going to do is the same thing. So I'm going to select from multiple accounts. As I told you, you can manage multiple accounts inside Connexit, and there is no limit for this particular multiple account for any app. So I just click on the account, so which I want to use for, and Connexit actually support all this action inside Google Sheet. Basically, you can create a new spreadsheet, create worksheet, delete row, copy worksheet, update row, and also you can create a column, and you can create a new row, and also you can look up on the spreadsheet. So basically now I just create a new row whenever there is a new lead inside Facebook. Just and choose the spreadsheet where you want to place an app for, like, so where you want to actually create a record for. So I'm just going to choose my sheets. So I'm going to choose all these sheets. So now it will show you the column name inside, so inside your account, so inside the Google Sheet. So you can able to see the column name, so the first name, the last name, email, and the phone number. I will show you my demo sheet over here. Guys, could you please confirm you could hear me, because I'm getting a signal that there is an like a bad internet connection. Can you please let me know in the chat session? So are you guys, can you able to hear me? Okay, yes, yes, you guys can hear you. Okay, perfect. So you can see that this is a demo sheet. So this is a demo sheet, connect sheet. So this is my heading. So this is what first name, last name, email, and the phone number. And you can see this is my last entry. So this is the what you will be able to display here: first name, last name, email, and the phone number. So based on the record in the Google Sheet. Now what I need to do is just connect between the nodes, guys. It is very easy peasy. So just connect between the nodes. Nothing you have to do, just connect between the nodes. And I'm just connected between these nodes, and just it on test and review. So this will going to create in all this record inside your Google Sheet. That's it, guys. So I don't think so it is a too much difficult job. So once you go here, you will be able to see the name in the name column, email in the email column, and the phone number in the phone number column. That's it, guys. I think it is very easy. So you guys can let me know. Just it on publish your connect. So this will able to publish. So the connects will be published successfully. So now you could able to see your published connect inside this connects tab. So whenever you publish your connect, so it will be there inside the connects tab. So you can see that the name Facebook lead add to Google Sheet. So, and this is what your connects look like. So now we will go ahead and test this connect. So I'll go to my Facebook lead ad account. So now I'll go here. So let me fill out the form. So let me choose the form again, and I will do a test fill. So basically I'm using a developer account, so you can just test it even in Facebook lead ad as well. I will select my page and select the form. So I'm gonna submit my record. Probably I'm gonna use any record, like, so I'll just use as John dot do. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. So, and I will name it as John Doe, and let it be any phone number. So I'm just give a random phone number and click on next and click on submit. So yes, my form is submitted successfully. So as per our connect, so this is how our connects look like. So any new lead on Facebook lead ads will trigger a create spreadsheet row on Google Sheets. So this is how our connects look like. So I just connected between this nodes, email, phone number, and the full name. So now let's go to Google Sheet, and you can see this, guys. So The name, email ID, and the phone number will be added automatically whenever there is a new lead field inside Facebook. So this is how you can connect between authorized app. Hope you guys like this particular integration. So any questions on this authorized app integration, do let me know on chat session. I'll be happy to answer all your question at the end of this session. So now we finished with one simple integration. So let me do more complex. Let me show you. This is the authorized app. So let me going to show you a new kind of an app. So that is an webhook app. So how to connect between webhook app, how to build a use case inside webhook app. So let me go again, click on create connect. This is the where you are creating a workflow. So just click on create connect. Now you choose webhook app. So I'm going to choose this particular webhook app, that is PageMaker, which is an landing page app inside AppSumo. So I'm going to take all the AppSumo apps to give a demo at this moment. So I'm going to take PageMaker and I will be using NextWave for customization. So I'm going to use NextWave and probably Gmail to send a notification. So I'm going to use all this app to show you a demo inside ConnectSeed. So now let me drag and drop PageMaker. So I'll just search for my app and I will drag and drop PageMaker. So this is, as I mentioned, this is an webhook enabled app. So it will provide you an webhook URL. So you have to copy this webhook URL basically and paste this webhook URL based on the instructions provided here. So you have to follow these instructions and place the webhook URL. I already know this instruction, so I'll do it by myself. So just go to your PageMaker account. So this is my PageMaker app and click on settings. That is basically integration. And if there is nothing, so click on add new. So I already have one. So I just selected this and just place your webhook URL. So just like this and click on update. So only you have to follow the instructions which is provided over here and you have to publish this particular webhook like this. So now before actually you click on capture webhook response, before you fill the form manually, so make sure you click on capture webhook response. This will going to enable the capture of data from PageMaker app, like, or any other webhook app from that app to ConnectSeed. So ConnectSeed is now able to capture any response. Now go to that particular page. So this is my link. So this is my PageMaker link. You can see that. So now I am gonna fill this form with my details. Probably I will be using this particular details. So as you can see, I just use these details now and submit the form. So this form will be submitted to ConnectSeed account. So as ConnectSeed is ready to receive the data, so now that particular form will be submitted and ConnectSeed will be able to receive that form over here. So you can see this, guys. So ConnectSeed actually received my record. You can see my name and the phone number and the email ID. So this is how you can actually capture the response from PageMaker or any other webhook app using the instructions provided. So now as per my use case, so I'm going to use NextWave to generate an personalized experience. So NextWave is an app, like it is like Hyperrise. So basically what this NextWave will give is it will actually give you a dynamic, basically dynamic personalized responses. You can use this for sending greetings or probably sending a coupon code or any other use cases for your leads. So now I'm going to capture the lead from my landing page, that is PageMaker, and I'm just sending a greetings like a welcome response, a personalized response. I'll show you how to do that. So basically you have to log into NextView. This is one of the app, and where they give this particular username, company name, and the phone number. So I'm just using this as my personalized greeting card, where it actually says the name, and it says welcome to the company name, and it says thanks for choosing our onboarding session, and display their phone number. So just a basic template I created using NextView. So now I'm going to choose this template inside my workflow. So I'll choose the account. So I selected and connects it actually support all these actions of NextView. I'll just choose as create image experience with the template, and I choose my template that is basically an onboarding welcome template, and it asks me for all these details as I mentioned. So username, company name, and the phone number. So very simple. Again, the steps are very simple. Just need to connect between the nodes, nothing else you have to do. So connect between the nodes, guys. So this will go into add all the data. So or you can actually enter the data manually as well, not only connecting between the nodes, you can just enter that manually as well. So now the next step is, as you guys know, that you have to hit on test and review. So this will say that success message only when it actually receives a data, and the response will be captured inside. So this is a response, make sure. So you can see that this is a response we are getting from this particular second app. So that will be available over here in the plus icon. So where it actually gives me the image link. So where I can use this image link for my further automation. I will show you how to use that. So in my further automation, so what I'm going to do using this image. So basically it is taking the data and it is generating a customized response. That is what NextView does. And it gives me an image URL. So now I'm going to use that inside my text formatter. So it is an add-on app. I'm going to explain more about the add-on app in coming next things. So these are the add-on apps, basically formatters. So now I'm going to use text formatters. So this will be used for connecting, like basically building, like you can format your record. So whatever the record you are receiving over here in the use case using the apps, so you can format those records like this. So using the text formatter. So right now I will be merging the data. For example, what I can do is, so I can connect the nodes. Now I can connect multiple nodes. Basically you can see I just connected my name, and I just connected the image link, and I can connect multiple other records as well. So I can actually use this formatter like this. So when you actually use this @ symbol, so this will give me that like select the name for name. So I can just say like type like this, I @ I can say that name, and I can say this is your image. So basically what I'm doing is, like basically I'm just creating an formatting my data. Whatever I'm receiving in one format, I'm just converting that into my respective format. So like this you can use text formatter. So even you can actually enter HTML code as well if you are known what is how to use HTML codes. Or basically you can enter just a normal text like this as I entered it right now. So just for this demo purpose, I just did an HTML. So basically I can share this template as well. So very simple HTML template where I'm just displaying this particular name. So what it actually does is, so it says that when I select a @ name, and it says welcome to Connexit, thanks for choosing, and it actually display the uh, you know the image, basically using image tag. So I'm just using this particular HTML, and I just shared a couple of links, and I will show you what is that link, and I'll explain what is that link. So I'm going to use this text formatter and click on validate. So basically what it does is, so it will just validate the complete data what we actually added inside my formatter. So now as per our use case, I'm going to notify the user using Gmail app. So you can use even any other apps, or even you can use WhatsApp apps, or you can use any text app or any SMS apps, or possibly a Telegram app as well. So like this, so you can use multiple apps to notify to your user, or you can even send Slack messages, or you can do whatever you want. Right now I'm using Gmail to send an email. So here also I just choose my account and choose the action as send email, and make sure you choose the content type as HTML if you are sending an HTML. So I am just sending an HTML content, so I use my content type as HTML, and just connect between the nodes. Again, this is also same thing, so I'm not doing anything. So just connect between the node, guys. So you just don't need anything else. So see, I'm connecting the email to the to field. So just I'm connecting between the nodes, and even you can enter it manually all as well. So I just say welcome to Connexit demo. Okay, so I just say this. So all these things. So now I'll click on test and review. So what it does is basically it will going to send me an test email to my email ID. So that is this particular email ID. So let me go ahead and hit a test and review. So this will going to send me an email. So basically with all these records, whatever I just added here, and with the image link which I generated from Nextview. So let's go to my email and check for new email. I'll refresh my page. So let me go ahead and see whether I just sent an email or not. Yes. So the email has been sent here. So you can see that. So probably we should receive the same here as well. Okay, probably it is refreshing. So I should receive an email. I don't know. Like, yeah, the email looks like this. Just say that, hey Rakesh BM. So it is saying that my name, it is taking from personal things. So and also it is actually taking an you can see that the subject line which we are giving by ourselves, and it is saying that, hey Rakesh BM. So this is the image which I generated from the third party app, that is Nextview. So where it actually gives the personalized information to our user. So basically I'm just using as a greeting card, and it says welcome to Connexit demo. Thanks for choosing our onboarding session, and it displays the phone number over here. And I had given two links. I will explain about this link. This is the API module explained, and this is the link for I'll just tell you like about these links in the next slides. So now I will give you this link. Basically, you guys can try this. So just go ahead. So meanwhile, I will try my records as well. So just I will just enter this in the chat. So so I just enter this in the chat. So please guys, so go to that particular link and fill the form with your email ID. So you can just give your email ID, and you can enter your email name as well in the form here. So basically you will get this link. So just enter the form. So you will be able to receive an email. So I'm going to do that as well. So basically I will enter my name now as John Doe and choose. So I'm going to choose any other phone number. So let me add any number basically, and choose the email ID. So I'll just choose the same email ID because so I need to get the details from I need to get the details from to my email ID to show a demo. So I'll just use the same email ID and click on submit. So you can do that. So and you can paste the same email ID over here in the chat. So whatever the email or image you guys received, so you can paste it inside the chat so that I'll be able to see who and all filling the form. Basically you will receive a couple of links as well, which is useful in future slide, and I will share that link as well. So basically you can go ahead and paste fill out this form to get that image. So to test our connects working. So I think I should publish this page. So if not, probably I will not get it. So let me go ahead and fill the form again. So you guys can go ahead and fill the form. So I'll do it. Yes, the form is submitted successfully. So as per our connects, so this is what our connects look like. So basically any new lead on Facebook, like PageMaker, so it will capture the response of my lead and it will generate a personalized experience using NextView and perform an formatting option using text formatter and send an email using Gmail. So this all the 4 actions it will perform for any of the form filled inside PageMaker. So now let's go to my email ID and I can see that. So there will be an email present. So this is the, I think, yeah, you can see that. So it is just saying a John Doe. So this is my new email and it is actually giving the personalized greeting for me. So basically it looks similar and it also gives me with couple of other links. So this is how you can authorize the app basically inside Connexit. So building an workflow like this, I just leave this workflow open. Please guys, so go ahead with the link which I shared and start filling that form and you will receive an email. So and paste that image. So you will receive an image like this. You can download and paste that image in the chat session so everyone can see that. So probably let me see if anyone. Cool, I received an email. Steve says, yeah, Steve. So basically you guys can receive an email like this. So this is how the Connects works. So hope you all guys can fill that form later for your reference. So let me now start explaining the Connects tab. So this is how already you are seeing that like whatever the connects you create, so that will be able to display over here. So now I'm going to show you how to organize this using these folders. So basically you can create a folder. So just type and you can create a folder as anything I just create as onboarding demo and just create a folder. So once you create that folder, it will be displayed like this. So basically you can just select the connects you want to move to that particular folder. When you select that, you will get a symbol like here in the right hand side. Move the connect to any of the folder which you created. So right now I just created this folder. I just go ahead and click on that and click on move. So this connects will be moved to that particular folder. This is how you can actually keep your connect means basically folders clean. Those who like to organize their basically their windows, so you can do that by using our folder section. So I'm not a kind of an organizing person, so I just keep it randomly like this. So and you can just edit the folder by the name, so you can just add and edit. So you can do that. So you can delete the folder. Basically here it will not going to delete because it has some connect, so it will say a notification you can't remove it, it is not empty. So what I need to do is I just need to move this to any other folder. Probably I will move to demo, and now I could able to delete this folder. So just go here because it is empty, so it will get deleted. So this is how you can actually manage organize your connects over here in the connects page. So this is how you can build an basically connects or an use case starting from simple connects like these Facebook lead ads to and complex workflows like this. It's a multiple level workflows like these, multi-level workflows with the multiple apps. So not only like this, so there are multiple other apps, so you can see this. So basically it's all depend on your use case. So just build a complex or any type of use case. It's all depend on your use case just by dragging and drop and connect between the nodes. So hope you guys like all this kind of integration. So you can see that. So starting from simple integrations to complex integrations, you can just start building in a bird view, just dragging on drop and connecting between the nodes. So this is how you can just build all these apps. So hope you guys are liking the integration. I'm not making you guys sleep. So now from here, like there is another panelist. So our trainee Sangeeta will going to continue this call, like this onboarding session, to explain about internal apps. So basically, and later I will going to show you so how to add your app. Even if the apps are not integrated inside Connexit, you could able to connect those apps using our webhook and API module. I'm going to show you how to do that. So before that, Sangeeta will going to take this call now, and she will be explaining about the internal apps. So basically Connexit internal apps, which I just explained, shared you guys about text formatters. So similarly, there are multiple other internal apps. So Sangeeta will going to show you how to do that. So Sangeeta, can you take this?
Yeah, Rakesh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you can just go ahead and start.
Okay.
Start sharing your screen. So basically.
This I cannot actually. There's a disabled option, like you have to do it from
Okay,
your end.
I'll do it. Make you as some co-host. I think, can you check? I think you can able to do it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Thank you,
Guys,
Rakesh.
yeah, guys, means just let you all know, like, just let us know that if you can able to see Sangeeta's screen, and you could take it forward. Yeah, Sangeeta, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. So, hi everybody. I hope you are all good and having an amazing time with Connexit. So now we are going to talk about the add-on applications. The add-on applications are basically the inbuilt applications which Connexit has for you. It helps you to merge the data, process, or format any kind of information which you get from your triggers. So to start with, we are going to talk about the number and the date formatter first of all. So this is how we are not going to worry much about the triggers and actions. We are just going to look at the number formatter and the date formatter here. So this is a Zoho form where I'm going to get my data from. So as usual, what happens sometimes is you don't like the particular format the thing is in. So as you can see, the date here, it's the date first, then the month and the year. So what I want to format is I want the month first, then the date or year. And you can actually use different formats. There are various formats which are available here. And you can use the time zone and map the same field to your Google Sheet to display the results. Same thing you can do even with the numbers. I will show you there are various formats which are available here. But we'll just format the phone number as of now to understand it a little better. So I've created this. I'm going to publish this particular format. And I'll be explaining about in detail about this. Yes, so for this, we are going to fill our Zoho form first of all, which is this particular form. So let's just fill this particular form with some details. So yes, I've submitted the form successfully now. So according to this particular connect, what exactly is happening is the data which I have inputted there, it's going to come up with different formats here. So this is the Google Sheet, which it takes a couple of minutes sometimes. So till then, I will show you there are, with the number formatter, you can actually format the currencies, you can format the number and also the mathematical operations you can perform with this particular number formatter here. Similarly, with the date also, you can add or subtract. I will just show you. You can add or subtract here by customizing it to maybe adding dates or subtracting months or dates like that. So yes, as you can see here, we had added this particular first name, last name, and the email ID. And this is the particular format which we had put there. And this is the format which I wanted the date to be in. So this is how you can actually format the input. So this is how the number and the date formatter really works like. So after moving this, we are going to talk about the conditions. So we have actually studied how this if, else, and all these loop really works. So this is exactly of the same pattern. Here also we have the Zoho form as our trigger and Google Sheet as our action. So this is the condition. What exactly is happening in this connect is somebody is going to fill the form here. And once the particular person unsubscribed to my channel or my page, I should get that particular detail into the Google Sheet, the complete format, so that it's become extremely easy for us to know which all users have unsubscribed. So this is a particular format or the particular workflow which I've created. So you can add different conditions over here by clicking conditions. So we'll just test this particular condition app, how this works. So for that, I'll just access the form first. So you can create different forms as you want. So we'll just see. So again, I'll just take it with different names. Now here, what exactly is happening is this person named Stephen is going to unsubscribe to my page or channel. So I should know about this. So I'm going to submit this particular form and I'll probably wait for the results. So till then, I'll just show you how these conditions actually are. So once, as you can see here, I have mapped this particular status to this particular field here. So I can, I have actually various other things which I can equate to, like lesser than, greater than, and all of them. And also you can add a different field if it is already not existing by clicking here, typing and pressing enter. So you have different conditions to work on here. Similarly, now we will just look. So as you can see here, Stephen George, this particular email ID and this particular number has unsubscribed to my page or my channel. So that's how it becomes extremely easy for you to manage your work if you have this sort of automation to take place. So once we have understood this condition app, so now we have seen the date formatter, the number formatter, and the condition. As Rakesh has already explained about the text formatter with the HTML format, we are going to see it how exactly it works with a normal format, the plain text. So as you can see, this particular Zoho form is going to get the forms, and one page CRM is going to create a contact here. I have already created an event saying that. So what we have to understand here is text formatter is basically used to merge the data. And that is basically, it's happening like a box over here, which is just collecting all the data so that you can dump it somewhere. So similarly, now what is happening is this particular information which is coming to my Zoho form, it is going to be sent to the Gmail. So that is what this particular format is going to work for me. So I'll just show you how this particular format also works. I'll just yeah, so this is the form. I'm going to access the form now. with I'm going to fill some details again. And the website, you can probably, I'll fill it as Connexit itself. So once I've submitted the form, so now according to this thing, I'm supposed to get a mail saying that this particular person has entered this to my mail ID. So which will be probably getting in some time. So this one is basically the dummy data which was there existing before. So till then it comes, we can also, here we have merge and case different options with the text formatter. So it's, yeah. Yeah, so as you can see here, this particular, so text formatter basically helps you to merge all the data so that you can send it to different functions like your Gmail or your Trello, so that you needn't have to dump individually everything. So after understanding the text formatter, now the last application which we are going to see is a coupon generator. Coupon generator is extremely simple when it, because it basically generates a coupon as the different lengths you want. Or so we are going to start with the form site here. So I'll place this particular URL over here. And now I'm going to capture the particular response for that. So what happens with few webhook applications are, there are applications like FormSite which actually ask you to input the data first rather than waiting for it to automatically capture, because there are forms like Zoho Forms which automatically captures the data. That does not happen with FormSite. So we'll probably give some random data here for it to capture that response. So the form has been submitted here. Yes, it has been submitted. Now we are going to use an inbuilt application which is called the coupon generator. As you can see, this one. So this is extremely simple. You can timeline it to different days or even months and even weeks, also years. You have a lot of options here to set the expiry date for. The prefix one, I'm going to keep just the name, and the coupon length, you can change it to 20, 30 or whatever you want the length of your coupon to be. So I just have to create on generate. And this is the coupon which has been generated. As you can see, this is the prefix one, and the total length is the length which I had given for my connect, and this is the expiry date. So you can actually use these attributes and possibly send it to a Gmail, or you can even put it to the Google Sheets. So we'll actually mail it. So here we are going to use the plain text here. So why we need a text formatter here is if we want something like our first name, the coupon and the expiry date should come all together, that is where we need the text formatter to be there. So I'll keep the subject as the coupon here. Since I just want the coupon to be published, so I'm not using a text formatter right now. And the body, as I need just the coupon one, I can place it as my body and just test interview this one. So it has been sent to Gmail. I can publish my connect now. So this was my connect. It is supposed to send this particular coupon to the Gmail now. So as you can see, the coupon has come. So that's how exactly and easily you can use these add-on applications, which makes it extremely easy to automate your business. So I have finished explaining the add-on applications. From here, Rakesh will take on to explain the generic and the webhook applications.
Thank you, Sangeeta. I think you can stop sharing your screen. So that was a crisp, and hope you guys like the add-on apps Sangeeta was explaining. So now let me go ahead and share my screen. So to continue my explanation. So this is what, as Sangeeta was showing you, an inbuilt app. So that is Conditions. So which is a very powerful app, I can say, inside Connexit, or I would love to use Conditions for any of my application. Basically what Condition it does is, so it actually help you to segment the data. So when you want to segment your lead, so you can use this Conditions app, or you can, you want to route your lead to particular means a destination. Like, for example, you want to store one particular lead inside one sheet, Google Sheet, or one particular in the email list. So you can use this Conditions app basically to segment the data, so which is very helpful. So how to operate, I think Sangeeta has shown that. So just connect the node and click on the conditions, and you will be able to see. So right now you can see this this particular example. What I'm doing is I'm just checking the condition whether my order status is refunded. So if it is refunded, what I'm doing is I'm just using again next view here, and I'm just going to get a personalized response, maybe like with a coupon code, and I'm just storing it into Google Sheet, that is, which is my refunded sheet. And I'm sending them an email, different email based on the conditions. So you can see that it is saying it's so hurtful to see you go. So this is how I'm just using Condition app to segment my lead. So similarly, I'm just using the other segment like Condition app if it is order status is successful or pending. So I'm going to store that in sales sheet here and send them a different email saying that welcome to, thanks for choosing Connexit. So this is how you can use Conditions app, which is very powerful to segment your lead, and you can perform the actions basically. So let me show you the other apps, like means probably like Coupon Generator, what Sangeeta was explaining about. So I'll just show you one of the use case which I built, so it will be helpful for you guys. So I'm going to show you that. So let me search for Coupon Generator. Or let me search like this. Okay. Just sorry guys, I'm just pulling up. So one of the use case, so which I built using Coupon Generator. So okay, so I think it is here. Let me do that. Okay, let me open this. So probably what it does in Coupon Generator, yes. So this apps is, so I'm gonna take, I just taken an lead form, that is viral loop. So I just take this app and getting a lead and generating a coupon code. You can see that. So I just generated a coupon code inside Coupon Generator inbuilt app inside Connexit. and sorry, excuse me, and storing this record inside Google Sheet. And you can see that I'm just validating this coupon which is generated inside Connexit in WooCommerce. So this is inside my store. I'm just creating that coupon with creating a discount. So you can see that. So I'm just making that coupon code which is randomly generated inside Connexit, and I'm just validating and I'm just creating that particular coupon, making it valid. So I am using create coupon action inside my WooCommerce store and give a 20% discount. And then I'm sending that coupon code as Sangeeta was mentioning. I'm just using a text formatter to merge and sending it to my user. So this is how you can use this kind of inbuilt apps which are very powerful. So you guys can go ahead and use this inbuilt app to modify your records and perform and robust use cases. As you can see, the conditions app and basically coupon generator. So now I'm going to show you, like explain you what if the apps are not integrated inside Connexit, can I able to add those apps or connect those app inside Connexit? My answer is yes. You could able to connect only if those apps suggest, like if they are supporting webhook for getting a data from the app. Basically we call it as trigger. So you can use, I'm just go to create connect. So basically what you have to do is you have to just do the same thing. So just place an webhook URL manually and you can perform that action. So basically we have two things. One is webhook and the API module. Webhook is for triggers. So you can just copy this webhook and then go, like basically copy the webhook URL, go to your any app. So basically any of your apps, and paste the webhook URL in the place where they provided, and then just click on send. So right now I'm going to use maybe Postman to send the data. So basically you can, I'm considering Postman as a new app. So which is I'm going to do, like similarly you can just use any of the app which supports webhook. So just go ahead and paste your URL there. So I'm going to do that. So just go ahead and paste the URL and click on capture webhook response and send the data from the respective app, destination app. So you will be able to receive the data inside Connexit. So basically you can see that. So the data will be generated inside Connexit. Even the apps, if the apps are not integrated inside Connexit, you could able to get the data using the webhook app. If those apps are supporting webhooks, definitely you could able to get a data from like those apps if they supports open webhooks basically. So this is a very easy. Just copy the link and go to the your respective app and paste the app. For example, if you're using Stripe or any app, if the apps are not integrated inside Connexit, if they support webhooks, you guys can go there and copy the URL from Connexit and paste the URL manually to the destination app and click on capture response, send a test data, and you will be able to boom. That's it. You could able to do, and you can use this for further automation. So now I will show you what if like for example, if I want to send the data from Connexit to those apps. So basically what we use is our API or HTTP module, which is very powerful, but you require some couple of technical knowledge to perform that. That is basically the API or HTTP module. So where it actually support all this event. So you can see that. So you can able to get the data. So you can fetch a data record from any of your app. Even if the apps are not integrated inside Connexit, you can post the data for the respective app, and you can put or delete the record for any of the apps. So now I'm going to show you, like post the app post. So basically you have to post, like copy and paste the URL. So means your endpoint URL. So where you want to post the data from, and connect, check the payload JSON, and you can just wrap the JSON text into array, or you can just leave like that and set parameters. So basically you can set these two parameters, that is your header parameters and also the body parameters. Like this, for example, header, if it contains API key, so you can just do this API key, and like basically this, you will be knowing this content type. So basically if you want to send inside your header, so and body, if you want to send name, you can do that. And if you want to send email, so you can add, it means you can basically you can just add and delete the columns. And when you click on it, so this will be appeared over here, you can see this. And rest all things will be the similar thing, so just connect between the nodes, that's it. So what you have to do, just connect between the nodes, and also you can enter all the other details like this manually. So you can just see this like, so you can just enter this manually, or you can just connect between the nodes and it on test and review. So now it will not go because this is just a sample thing, so I just added, it will give me an error report, but more details, more explanation on this particular API module, it will be explained in this particular tutorials. I think if you fill the form, you would have received a link that is API module explained, or else I just add it in the chat session, so you guys can see the chat. So where I just enter the link for API module, so basically you can go there to that particular video, you will get more details, and it is explained in detail about API module. Using this, you could able to connect the app like more than 1,000 apps, we can say, even if the apps are not integrated inside Connexit. That is using webhook module to act as a trigger, and API module to post or get or delete the records. So hope you guys like the webhook and API module. More details, you can go to that link and you can watch the video tutorials. And if you have any doubts, you can just let me know on at the end of the session, I'll explain more about the same thing. So now let us click on the history tab. So the next tab inside Connexit. So basically it will give you the insights of the success or failure messages, like error messages about your connects. So basically it gives the number of tasks is consumed for each new lead. So this was the example which I shown you, the first example of an app where we are connecting Facebook app to Google Sheet. So it only consumes for any new lead. It only consumes one single task. You can see this. So we are not counting the first tab, that is we call it as trigger. So as as like our competitor like Zapier does. So like Zapier also do the same thing. So they are also not going to count the trigger. So even we are doing the same thing. So we are not going to count our trigger. So we only count the actions which is being performed, that whenever there is a new lead we received, we just send to Google Sheet. So you can see that it is consumed one task. So whenever there is a new lead, it consumes one task like this. So all the details will be present here. And there is one more example, so which you can see this. So this was the example which we performed, and where you generated an like you fill a form and you generated a new link, and we use text formatter and we sent an email, that is Gmail. So now it is showing as 3 tasks. I will explain how we consume 3 tasks here. So you can see we are not counting our trigger, that is our page maker. So this is where we requested the lead form from, but we are counting Nextview app, which is like basically uh, the where we generated and personalized experience, that is an image. And now we use the text formatter. Yes, of course we count our internal operations, because as you've seen, this gives us a feeling about you can use this internal operation and build a robust feature basically. So we are going to count our internal task as well as a task. So one app is like Nextview, and one task is for text formatter, and the one task is for sending an email. So totally it is 3 tasks for any new lead. So whenever you fill a form inside PageMaker, so it will So basically consume 3 different tasks for this particular use case. So this is how we count task, and this is how it is. So all the first app you will leave it, and whatever the apps you connected after that, it will counted as one single task. So this is how you can see all the details will be present over here. You can able to see in the task history tab and error message based on the dates provided here. So now let me jump on to the account tab. So any doubts you can just ask me. I'll just answer all your doubt in at the end of this session. So where you can manage your profile. So basically you can just enter your name and you can choose your time zone. And the one good thing is about Connexity is it support multiple languages. So where you can able to select that language, and you can use the means use the app inside like as in your favorite language. Even if the language is not present here, please let us know. We are happy to add your languages here. So you can just let us know. As you can see that, so you can able to start using the app inside using this particular different language journey. So if your apps means language is not present, you can just let us know, and we'll be able to add that language as well. So the change password is pretty straightforward. You can just use this tab and you can just update your password. And the billing tab is where you will be able to see which plans you are, the plans and feature Connexity is offering, and which plan you belong to. That is your current plan. You can upgrade or downgrade over here. And basically this is a place where you enter the coupon code which you get it from marketplace like AppSumo. So you can just enter the code and click on apply code, and this will go into apply your code and give it over here. So basically, just update your billing page here. And the agency tab or maybe the team tab, if you are in team account, so you will get team tab, or if you are in agency account, you will get agency tab. Basically this is at this moment we are just this module is in beta. So at this moment there is some restrictions in the actions you are performing. You can only add the account, you could not able to delete from this particular dashboard, but we are going to add more features to it. So right now what you can do is you can click on add, and you can enter the name and you can assign the task for that particular sub account. So this is when you click on add, so this particular sub account will be added inside, and you can just manage those tasks over here. So basically you can manage multiple tasks, multiple sub accounts. Right now we are not given a complete feature, which because this is just in betas, and we are will be adding all this feature, other feature near future. And now get help, I think I explained about now docs page and the logout button. So hope you guys like this detailed insights of Connexit. So where you could manage all your use case. And the one thing is about Connexit is like we want you guys to manage like and use this simple visual builder to build a complex workflows. So basically like that is the reason we had given one more link here. So I think I will just give you this particular link also in the chat. So where we want you guys not to keep the app inside self. So we want you guys to use our tool. So that is the reason we are offering your first connect will be on us. So whatever the use case, you guys let us know. Even the apps are not present, we will be add your apps inside Connexit. You can request us whenever you fill this form. So just let us know your use case, and we make sure that so we will be adding your app, and also we will build a use case for you, your first connect. So we want everyone to try and build a connect for you guys. So that is the reason we are running this particular campaign. So make sure you use this campaign, make a best use of it, and you can just do that. So I'll just paste this link inside connects, it means inside the chat. You guys can go ahead and fill it if you want us to take care of your first use case, whatever the first connects you want to build. So we will take care of that without any additional charges. So hope you guys like the entire tutorial. So now it's time for me to take all your questions. So please go ahead and drop your questions in the chat or Q&A session. I'll be happy to answer all your questions, guys. So you guys can go ahead and post your questions. I will be happy to answer your questions. So let me try and get a couple of questions which is already been asked. Let me go ahead and pick those questions. You can just type in chat or you can use Q&A to ask any questions. So yes, Steve says Florida, Malaysia, I can hear you. Yes, that's so cool. Recording will be shared. Yes, we will try to share all the recording to the attendees using the email ID. So probably our team will share this record. You can also contact our support if you didn't receive this recording. So I had shared the link. So let's see the result. I think you received. I got it this time. So okay, Steve is saying that text formatter is so powerful. Yes, Steve, like like it's all basically like the all of the formatters or inbuilt apps. It's so powerful, and we want you guys to use the. So basically, it gives an robust feature when you actually use these features inside Connexit, and it will make your use case more powerful when you actually use this kind of formatters or any internal apps when it is considered. So thank you, Sangeeta. Very helpful. Thanks, Sangeeta, for that. So thanks, guys. Saying thanks. Can't wait to try out myself. Yes, guys. So that is the reason. So we want our. So basically, we built Connexit in a motto of keep simplicity is the thing. So that is our key thing. So we want any business owner or a lay person to try our app. Just use drag and drop and connect between the nodes. So we are a first of its kind in this particular thing. Yes, of course we are going one step ahead, and one we were happy to go one step along as well. So where we want all you guys to try it out by yourselves and build a complex workflows. So Dan is saying very nice visual layout. Thanks, Dan. So, and I had given a YouTube link for API modules. So Steve is saying, sorry, I have to go. So that's okay, Steve. I think probably you can watch a replay. Yeah. So Kai is saying, wow, this is nice. Yeah, Kai, thank you. So Kai is saying, you mentioned that when there are a few tires or tasks, so each will be counted as one task each. But how do we know whether the particular workflow is not counted? So everything will be there in task history page, where Kai, like basically like you can go to the history page where it will be mentioned which task it is been getting counted, so for which particular app. And also like if it will be there in the error list if it is not counted. So all the tasks basically consider that first app is not counted as task, that is your trigger, that is your initial app. But whatever the app you are going to use, whether irrespective whether it is an internal or an external app, it will be counted as one particular task for any workflows. So Dan is saying you may consider making more YouTube videos. Probably does a great job building apps. Yes, definitely, Dan. So we are going to do more videos on this. So we are on to it. So probably we'll be coming up with multiple videos as well. So yes, we are on to it, and we will be adding more videos soon. So Christine says, thank you very much. So thank you guys. I think I didn't see any other questions. So if you guys have any questions, so feel free to drop here, or you can, always reach us on even in our support. And you can always email us at support@connexit.com. And also you can, we are very much active in our Facebook community. So please go ahead and post over there. So we'll be happy to answer in Facebook community as well. So thank you guys. Thank you for all for your time. I think we passed more than 1 hour. So hope you had a great session. Thank you guys. Dancing. Thank you. Having great evening. Thank you guys. Have a great day.